All the links you need to join my chat or take action on the course or the mentorship are here. Otherwise, click that Twitter link to private message me. How's it going, everyone? It's Louis Crypto here. I'm back with another Bitcoin update because it is a key update. So going forward, if we're losing this 55 over here, we're going to come in for a deeper correction down towards the 200 EMA here, this white uptrending line. This is going to maintain our uptrend. Not only that, we do have this uptrending line over here. Not the biggest fans of trend lines. I'd much rather use my EMAs. And so I know that if we're closing below the 20, we're going to start this immediate short-term downtrend. So we see that over here. Equally, if we break above the 20, we start this immediate short-term uptrend. We can fake out, of course, just like we lost this 200 EMA. And when you go below it, that's a signal for a downtrend. But we can see we had a little fake out. It was a false move to the downside. We came back up above the 200 and continued in this uptrend. I can show you further proof that as long as we are below this white line, we are trending downwards. So over here, in fact, we should have continued trending downwards, but we reversed. So that's why I know if we were to lose the 55, I'm looking for a retest of the 200 EMA. It's currently sitting at 24.6k. A loss of that, if we were to have a similar scenario over here, would be coming back down to test this trend line. This is our last layer of defense, you could say, but I would be personally looking for that 200 EMA. We would rather have it hold because, again, although this ended up being a fake out, how would we have known that exactly? So we just need to simply wait, see if it's going to be retested as resistance or reclaimed. There will be further help as well, such as the Fibonacci's over here retesting the golden pocket. So what I might do for you guys is show you the targets down here to the downside. Again, we need to lose the daily 55 EMA, which is where we're at right now. So we've corrected down to there. We formed a double top pattern. Again, on the loss of this, we would be validating it and validating this continuation down to here. But what could stop us getting down there? The 1 fib level, this lowest wick over here, 27k psychological level. On the loss of the 55 and the 1 fib, we're coming down to the 200. By the time we get down there, could have dragged up a little bit. So we've got some nice confluence between 24.6 and $25,250, $24,600. Again, this trend line is upward sloping. So that depending on the time it takes to get to it, this is going to be ascending. So it will be a higher price the longer it takes to get down to there. We need to maintain all of these two EMAs over here. We can see that the deepest targets are down here, the 2414, acting as confluence on this yellow trend line. What I would say is same thing which I said back here on my Bitcoin videos many months ago now. We drew a neckline over here for this M pattern because, again, it was a bearish pattern. We just had this long-term bear market. A lot of people believe that this rally over here was false. So when we saw that double top over here, a lot of people were calling for lower. But we can see, I don't even believe that it met the target. I will double check. It might have, but let's just see from there to there, put it on the breakdown. No, we did not meet the target. So we're seeing that potentially in uptrends or bull markets, this tends to be the case. So could this be the very beginning? Could we get another thing where we have another scare? So that could be us coming back below this to scare everyone, and then we swiftly reclaim it over here. Because the point where this stopped following the bearish, the bear market was at this point over here, because we came back up into this 5 to 6 month long resistance point over here, right there, and we rejected it. So in actual fact, you meant to go down and put a lower low than this, and we put in a higher low over here. So this is exactly where it stopped following the bear market. And this is where we capitulated with FTX. We can see that we reclaimed it over there. If we head over to the weekly time frame, we can see the nicest of weekly candle closes on that previous resistance. So going forward, I need to maintain this area, which is about 21k, but there is a support lower, guys. I need to show you on the daily time frame that we do actually. It's a little bit lower than this. We do have that CME gap. The CME gap is around this area over here. There is a CME gap about 19.5 to 20.5k. So if we were to come down there, that specifically is the reason. Not all CME gaps are filled 100% of the time. Most of the time they are, though, and sooner rather than later. But again, it's annoying because not all the time are they filled, but it's quite a high probability. The reason why I say not all the time, we've got CME gaps on Bitcoin like very early days, under $100, and they won't be filled. But Well, yeah, going back to what's going on over here, just need to maintain this uptrend, hold these EMAs, any loss of the 1 fib and the 55 daily, the daily candle closed below both, and then we're coming back down in and around towards 24.5 to 25k. We do have further levels of support lower, as I've just mentioned, the CME gap, which is pretty much right there, the CME gap somewhere around there. But not only that, this M pattern's neckline, simply because we lost it, reclaimed it, this also happened to be the FTX capitulation resistance right there. So how we dumped down to there, we held it on 2 occasions, and on the weekly time frame it looked very nice over there. That's sitting at about 21,300 to 21,600. So I've given you a lot of supports today. We can bounce from any of them. In fact, what should really be holding is this 200. So I've prepared you with some supports below. I've given your reasoning why it may come down here. I'm not calling for it, but it may come down here simply because of the CME gap, okay? Gaps in the market, just like the stock market. But over here, the FTX capitulation high, where we held it once as the neckline of the M, as well on the weekly time frame. Look at that weekly close. I absolutely love that because the 20 weekly is over there. We're about to form a bullish cross on the weekly time frame. We really need to see this holding, but unfortunately for me, when I look at this on the weekly, it looks like potentially we're coming up now, rolling over, rounding over, rolling over, coming back down to it. With this not forming as of yet, to be honest, I would have liked it to have formed by now. With this pump above, incredible. You stop the death cross with the 55 and the 200. You stop this crazy death cross over here. We had the bearish cross here for the bear market, but the death cross is when we see something that we've never seen on Bitcoin. And so for many months on the channel, as well as my Discord, I was saying we're going to invalidate. That's not going to happen. We're going to create a throwback. So this is all a fake out, and we've done that. But unfortunately, as they didn't cross, so it's not unfortunately, but as they didn't cross, you get the slingshot motion. The reason why I said unfortunately, because it could be happening over here. It's not a bullish cross yet. We've got the 20 and the 200. That's great, but I need to see the purple and the orange crossing. Until then, this move to the upside could be a fake out. You see how they almost crossed over here? If they had crossed, we would have continued lower. Because they didn't, we went up. So to continue higher, we need them to cross. And so if they don't, we won't continue higher, we'll continue lower. So do you understand that? So I'm going to finally finish off this video by drawing you some fib levels on the weekly time frame for some key areas of support. I've told you loads of supports today, but let me scale back to the daily time frame. Boom, look at that for some confluence right there on the 0.5 Fibonacci. You've got the 200 daily EMA, 24.6k. And yeah, that's looking quite nice. So I'm going to draw another layer of support from those wicks down to that 0.5 fib. And we've got some confluence over here in the 2 fib. So all of these levels are valid. It's just up to you which ones you want to mark. You can mark all of them. It's up to you. That's fine. But hopefully this has prepared you. Again, all of these levels could just be short-term bounces. I would love to see the 200 hold, but again, you could just have a bounce and then roll and then bounce and then roll and then bounce and then roll and bounce and then roll. So I'll keep you up to date with that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you do like, subscribe, and comment. And if you want to take action on my course, join my chat. We've done over 1,000%, whether that's trades, investments. In the last week, guys, thanks to this meme coin mania, we love this volatility. So even if you're not invested, we're still trading in the chat. And even just yesterday, we did 100%. So yeah, over the last week, 1,000. All the links you need are in the pinned comment section below in the description. And I'll catch you guys soon. Peace.